Hello, ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto. Today, I'm going to touch on Bitcoin as well as Ethereum and gold. Also, I will talk about the digital RMB. So they launched it already in China. And of course, I'm going to do some update about Kim Jung Un and the coronavirus as well. So before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out the upcoming episodes. Also, you can follow me on library.tv, Twitter, and as well as Patreon. Patreon already posts a whole bunch of video. Indicator must know indicator for global depression. How can you choose a face mask? And where to buy gold and silver. I know right now people have a hard time buying gold and silver. You can buy physical gold. It's better to hold physical gold or silver at this time because of the printing press. And of course, there's some essential vitamins for preventing the coronavirus. And you can check it out. So if you are my Patreon group member, you can check out all this video or you can join my Patreon group. And let's talk about the Bitcoin quickly. So, oops, let's see. The BTC USD short position you can see has been building up in the last few days. So I'm not surprised they will continue to pump the price to liquidate the short position. In terms of the long position, it's not that remarkable at this time. And in terms of the Ethereum USD short position, you can see has been building up for the past few days as well. That means they will continue to pump the price and eventually to liquidate all this short position. So in terms of long position, after they finish the liquidated short position, they may come back and dump the price to liquidate the long position. So this is just speculation. I could be wrong as well. In terms of gold, still have a little bit more to go. But the thing is, once they liquidate all the short positions, then no more need to pump. So things can change very quickly as well. So next up, we're going to talk about the China, the renminbi, digital renminbi. So they already launched the renminbi digital version. But the thing is, China talk about they do the blockchain thing, blah, 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 since last year with President Xi, right? And their blockchain, I'll be more skeptical because China is a authoritarian, totalitarian censorship regime. So whatever they launch, do you really trust them? No, right? They're probably centralized and they probably under surveillance, and you cannot even trust them. And of course, they're going to say, "Hey, this is a pretty good system," blah blah. And at the end of the day, they want to do this thing is because they want to control the outflow of capital. And there's a lot of corrupted Chinese officials. They they store a whole bunch of like paper currency in their basement or in a whole bunch of containers. They're so corrupted because they have so much money. So, and also, of course, a lot of corrupted Chinese officials, they send all the money overseas. They send their kids overseas to the US, to Australia, to Europe, and they hide their money overseas, basically. Of course, they have Swiss bank account and all that. So, so this is like a mafia, basically, the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. So they benefit from the prosperity of the past decade, right? And then they ship all this money out, okay? So some of the Chinese officials still in China, but all their relatives or their family members, like the kids, the wife, whatever, are all either in the US or in Europe or in Australia, in some other countries. This is to protect their wealth. So this is how they operate, basically, in the Chinese Communist Party. So to me, I don't think I don't care about this thing. They talk about digital Silk Road, but after this coronavirus, who's going to trust China? Nobody's going to trust them, and China is going to be isolated from the rest of the world eventually after all this coronavirus fiasco finish. And of course, right now they already launched it already on April 25th. They launched it already. What I heard they are not using blockchain right now. Basically, what I heard is basically people with they receive the digital money from their salary, and then they go to the community to buy stuff and all that, and all this do not require internet. And the only time they require internet or connection is when they go to the bank, they deposit their digital currency in the bank, then they reconcile. So I don't know how it happens. Like in between, people can intercept the program or do some malware. They can increase how much money they have or whatever. We don't know. So and then they reconcile when they go to the bank and all that. And this is like just like a traditional stock market, right? When you buy stock or sell stock, and then they reconcile at the end of at the end of the day or to reconcile the transactions. That's why in the stock market you're T+1, and after you sell your stock, you cannot withdraw right away, right? You have to wait probably a day before you can really withdraw. Although on paper in the computer is saying that you sell the stock, but then when you withdraw, you can't do anything until T+1 because they have to settle the transactions. So so in terms of this thing, I'm skeptical. I think they want to launch blockchain thing is basically they want to control the outflow of capital. They want to have more censorship or more control to the citizens. I mean, China already have a social credit system, right? So if a person, the social credit score is lower than a certain level, they cannot buy train ticket, they cannot buy airplane ticket, they cannot travel. And on the top of the social credit system, they have a health certificate because of the coronavirus outbreak. So the certificate is a QR code. So it shows three color: red, green, yellow. So sometimes when you travel to if a person traveled to a high risk area, then because of the location identification, right? Your cell phone has a location thing. Then of course, all of a sudden, the QR code will change from green to red. Then you cannot travel anymore. This is ridiculous, man. Seriously. And this is how they control the citizen. And of course, if you are a reporter, and if you say something bad about the CCP, the Communist Party, then of course they're going to give you a whole bunch of restriction. Your social credit system will, the score will go lower, and of course your QR code will all of a sudden turn red. You cannot travel. So, and this is how they control the citizens. This is like a mafia, basically, in China. And I couldn't believe that right now it's already 20th century. You still have a totalitarian, authoritarian, ruthless regime like this. So I don't understand. But anyway, next stop, we're going to talk about, just touch on about the halving coming up. The halving is going to come up in how many days? 18 days. Woo. So the reward will be cutting by half from 12.5 coin per block to 6.25 Bitcoin per block for the miners. So the miners, there will be huge competition between different miners. And of course, the big miners with a lot of money, they're going to stay in the game. And eventually, the smaller miners, they cannot mine profitably. They will be out of the arena. So I'm not surprised that eventually they're going to dump the price to basically eliminate the weaker miners. And because that is the only way to eliminate competition, right? Because after the halving, the competition will be the mining difficulty will be even more difficult, and the competition will be more severe. So in order to play this game, probably they want to eliminate the other smaller miner, and then they can be one or two competitor or three competitor to mine the Bitcoin. Less competition, more Bitcoin, right? This is how the big guys play the game anyway. Let me know what you think about this. I would love to hear from you as well. And of course, Coinbase, again, they will, I think this news is a few days ago. They are going to launch the price oracle that will complete with Chainlink. So Chainlink has been a whole bunch of, pumping, quite a bit. They have been pumping since last year, actually. So anyway, so Chainlink, just in case you don't know, is basically serve as a gateway to pull the legacy database to the blockchain. So legacy database, for example, Oracle, SQL Server is Microsoft. Those are the database. So the legacy database, they have a whole bunch of data, right? So they can pull the data to put it on the blockchain. So that is Chainlink. So that's why it's so valuable. Right now there are competition coming up. So it's Coinbase is going to do price Oracle. We'll see how it goes. And of course, Kim Jung Un, people still talking about whether he's in vegetative state or he's dead. But the thing is, if he is really in a vegetative state, there will be a more military presence near the border of North Korea and China, and more soldiers will be deployed to the border. But based on what the information right now, they don't have increasing military presence near the border between North Korea and China. And it looks like maybe he probably have is another rumor. Maybe he has a coronavirus. He's just quarantined somewhere of opinion. And he's not in the capital right now. And of course, there's a whole bunch of rumor. People in Pyongyang basically panic buying, just like it happened in the US a few months ago. And of course, in Asia, same thing, that panic buying as well in Asia. So nothing special. This has all happened before. So I'm not that surprised. And I think I talked about yesterday, Reuters saying that there's some Chinese doctor sent a team of doctors go to North Korea to help out the situation. But I doubt it. I don't think maybe that this news may not be entirely true, may not be accurate, because like if you want to seek medical advice, why you seek medical advice from China? It doesn't make sense because their healthcare system is not that great and the doctors are not that great, right? So if you want to seek medical expert, you probably want some people from Europe or from North America. They are more expert in terms of medical stuff, right? Why you seek advice from Chinese medical team? It doesn't make sense at all. And and if you still remember his father, when I think his father has a pacemaker installed or something like that, he basically it's a French doctor. It's a French doctor who helped him to put in the pacemaker. So they were looking for a European expert. They were not looking for hello from China. Seriously, they are not even good at medical stuff anyway. Nobody trusts a Chinese doctor anyway. I mean, a doctor from mainland China, trained in mainland China. Of course, there are a lot of Chinese doctors in Europe, in North America, but those are trained in the US or trained in Europe is different story, or trained in Canada. But the doctor trained in China, you're not going to trust them? Seriously? You would trust them? I don't think so. I mean, in terms of the Western medicine. So Chinese medicine is another story. Of course, they're good at those some type of stuff. But if they are trained in China, trained in terms of for regular medicine, not the traditional Chinese medicine, regular medicine, I mean, they should receive training in North America or in Europe. That is make more sense, right? They have their technology is more advanced in terms of North America. Their medical thing is the most advanced in the nation, and yet somehow they have highest mortality in some of the stuff. But anyway, that's my take on it. And next up, of course, we're going to talk about the coronavirus. And so basically, they talk about they did an autopsy on the first victim, and basically the coronavirus caused the heart to rupture, and the person is a lady, 57 years old, died on February 6th, and they did an autopsy, and basically they found coronavirus infection in her heart, in her trach, lungs, intestines. So that's why intestine, I'm not surprised, because if you read the journal from Lancet, and some patients have symptoms of diarrhea, so maybe that's why it's in the intestine, basically bind to ACE2 receptor that gain entry for the virus to gain entry to the body. And yes, so this is this is kind of interesting. And the reason why is the heart rupture is because the virus is the immune system attacking the virus and attacking the virus, damage the heart, and then the heart basically bursts. So I'm not that surprised because anything could happen at this time. But another thing, the virus is also the ACE2 receptor also in the kidney, in the testes as well. So I mean, it is what it is. So, and the person is not like has any underlying conditions. The person she's healthy, and I don't think she's overweight, and it basically occur in a healthy, no underlying conditions person. And she's not that old. She's only 57 years old. So that is quite alarming. So let me know what you think about all this, and how do you prevent yourself from getting the coronavirus. And of course, the most important thing is prevention. Prevention is the key, right? So I tell everybody probably at least 3 months ago, wear surgical mask. Yep, this is a must. And sanitize the hand. Don't touch your mouth, the eyes, and nose. Those are the point of entry to the body. And then that is very important. So that is the minimum thing. I mean, this is the basic concept. And of course, a lot of people are arguing whether to wear a mask or not. I know it's maybe not socially acceptable in North America, but you want your life, or you care about those stupid social not acceptable thing. But right now, a lot of state, I think a lot of county already mandate a mask wearing is mandate. When they go outside, they have to do that. Otherwise, they will got a fine. I don't know how much they fine people for not wearing a mask going to the public. So and yes, I think prevention is the key. And also your immune system is also important as well, right? So that is the basic thing. So I think that's about it. So if you can let me know what you think about all this, the Chinese digital RMB, and the Coinbase. They launched the price oracle, as well as the Kim Jung Un. Do you think Kim Jung Un is already dead, or it's not? It's just a rumor. They are just playing games right now, or what do you think? What do you think about the coronavirus? This autopsy report. I probably will read the autopsy report later, but this is pretty interesting. Yes, so let me know what you think about all this. I would love to hear from you. If you find this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, also share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe so don't miss out the upcoming episodes that could be time sensitive. Also hit the notification bell so you know when the video is already uploaded. Of course, you can follow me on. Also, you can become my Patreon member, and I have some exclusive video. And remember, make sure you comment below as well. That will help my ranking, and I will continue to provide quality video for you guys, and talk things in different perspective rather than the mainstream media. Remember, crypto deep divers, we the people take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in cryptocurrency, stock market, commodity can have inherent risk. Please use your due diligence. I'm not a healthcare provider. If you have any questions or concerns for coronavirus, you should consult your physicians. And this video is served as a entertainment purposes. So